Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jax on the channel, The Jaxster. Today we're going to look at some news. The Minecraft preview in beta for 1.21.80.22 as released today on March 26th, 2025. And so I want to go over a couple of things. I'm not going to do like a full news review. Just usually like what I do is go over things that I think are important and useful. So if we get down here, it talks about the information preview and beta. It says these always are working. These versions are a work in progress and unstable and may not be representative of the final version quality. The preview is available on Xbox, PlayStation, Windows, and iOS devices. And it tells you where you can get more information. And the beta is available on Android. That's Google Play. If you guys are interested in how to get some of these, get into the preview to be able to take a look at them or anything like that, let me know and I can do a video on it. Windows is pretty easy. It's just another app. It's a Windows preview app. Windows Minecraft preview app is what it is. You can get it from the Microsoft Store. Pretty easy. Okay, so we go down here. It says it's time for another preview in beta. For a full list of goodies, browse the changelog below. And as always, keep an eye on feedback on these new features. And you can go to feedback.minecraft.net for that. And you can report any bugs at bugs.mojang.com. Okay, and so we'll go down to the experimental features. One thing, the locator bar, the dots are now representative of players in spectator mode, so that's cool. I wonder if they're going to do that in Java too. So a locator bar is supposed to come to Java later on. So spectator mode and other people that are in spectator mode, you'll be able to see on the locator bar. So that's a pretty good one, I think. This parody one, this is a parody down here, I think. They used to have some custom flat worlds on consoles, but when they switched to Bedrock, they kind of got rid of all those extra worlds, and they've been available in Java. And I used to because hopefully when the beta gets released into a release, then I won't have to make any more flat worlds on Java and then import them. So that's what I have been doing. It says now it's possible to select a flat world preset in the advanced tab of create new world screen when flat mode has been enabled. You can now have more variety in your flat worlds with the following presets: classic flat, tunneler's dream, water world, overworld, snowy kingdom, bottomless pit, desert, redstone ready. Now this is something that I'm not familiar with even on Java, is redstone ready. So we'll have to check that out. This is, we want to develop the future of flat worlds together with you, the community, by hearing your ideas or the feedback. So definitely give feedback if you try these out and you don't like them, or if you think maybe there's another flat world that would be good for the community. It says this first batch of flat worlds presets we're adding. More changes are on the way, including the popular void preset. Yeah, that's the one I usually am making on Java. So yeah, and then importing into Bedrock. Let's go down. There's one other thing I think I wanted to talk about. Camos no longer spawn in spaces that are too small for them. They were already pretty rare, and then if they're going to spawn in spaces too small for them and die, that would make them worse. So they're supposed to be more common now, I believe. I think it even started in the 121.70 update. They're supposed to be a little bit more common, and you know, if they're spawning into places that are too small, that's not good, right? So if you guys are just interested in the news, that's pretty much it. I am going to, after this, go over into the preview, and we'll look at some of the preview flat worlds. If you're interested in that, stick around, and we'll get on. I'll get started with that now. Okay, guys, we're over here on the Minecraft launcher. It's the one that's a little bit of a, I don't know if we can see this. Probably, no, you probably can't. But the icon to launch it, if you have it in your taskbar, is the Minecraft creeper head. And I have zoomed in, and all I do is control, and I can zoom in or out for the whole interface. And I have it maximized right now, the app interface. And so I wanted to show you guys this too. Most Java players will be used to maybe launching this way. You can just launch from the game also for Java Launcher, but I come here, and this is a good way to interface everything, because playing Bedrock and Java both, this gives me a home place. And what I wanted to mention is all the Java players out there, that if you're interested in getting a new Steve Cape, the third one that's being released, you have to play in the Bedrock game, in-game event. So you'll need to get the Bedrock edition. So all you would do is come down here, click on this. If this doesn't say play, then you'll need to click on install, I believe is what's going to show. So you would do that on the latest release, click play, and it will open up the game, and there's more information on it. And I'll have a video next day or two showing how to get into the event and some of the things you can do to play it and get the cape. The other thing, so we're going to get to the beta releases or the preview, because that's what we want to look at, the new flat worlds. So all we do is click on this. Like I said, if you haven't installed the preview, it will say install over here, and then you just wait until it comes back to play. So we're going to go ahead and click on play so we can start the preview. Okay, so I started the preview, and since this is a new preview release, they give you some information to start out here. Let's see if there's anything that's important. Pretty much just the stuff that we already went over on the website. And that website, I'll try to link down in the description also. Okay, so let's click on play. Let's play. The read more would take you back to that website we just started out on. So we're going to click on play preview. And I've got a few worlds over here. And let's... I'm going to leave these here because I might need to go back and take a look at them. But if we click on create new world, and then you just click on create new world. If you have any of these marketplace stuff, these are all kind of like templates that you can create worlds for if you wasn't familiar with that. But we're just going to click on create new world, doing a vanilla thing. And then we should be able to have it probably under advanced super flat world. Okay, here we go. And then they got the classic flat. This is where we're going to take a look at that. And it tells you what the world layers are in there. So you have one layer of bedrock, and then on top of that, 2 layers of dirt and 1 layer of grass. So if you're wanting to build something that you go into the ground, this is not very good for that, because obviously you only got 2 blocks you can go into the ground. And then these all the normal stuff you click on to start a world. So let's click on this and see what else we get. We got a tunneler's dream, and that's 1 grass block on top of 5 dirt, on top of 230 stone, and 1 bedrock. So this would be a good one if you're building underground. Obviously it's a tunneler's dream. Water world. Okay, we got 1 bedrock, 64 deep slate, 5 stone, and on top of that is 5 dirt. On top of that is 5 gravel, and then 90 blocks of water. So yeah, a good water world to start out with. In the overworld, looks like we're getting a kind of a basic one, except we're not getting any of the underground stuff like deep slates. So we got 1 grass, 3 dirt, 59 stone, and 1 bedrock. So if you don't want to mess with the lower Y levels, this is a good one to go with the overworld. Snowy Kingdom. Looks like similar to the last one, except for you have a snow block on top. So they just added 1 snow block layer on top of the overworld template for the Snowy Kingdom. The bottomless pit. No void. So it's a 1 grass block, and underneath that 3 dirt block, and underneath that 2 cobblestone, and then you fall into the void. So that's not too bad if you just needed a certain area to take out for a void. So you have the bottomless pit, and then next is the desert. And so certain builds or stuff, this might be the way to go with the desert one. You got 8 sand, 52 sandstone, 3 stone, and bedrock at the bottom. So this is kind of like an overworld, but more for sand, which makes sense for a desert biome. And then redstone ready. This is what I'm kind of interested in. Okay, so it looks like it's 116 blocks, right? Sandstone, 3 stone, and 1 bedrock. I think I've seen early on in Minecraft, a lot of people for redstone builds do use the sandstone worlds. I think it's a little cleaner for everybody to see and stuff. So that's probably the reason for the redstone on it. They're calling it the redstone ready world. And then also you can build down in the ground, and you have a consistent coloration of all the blocks. We could create these. Say we wanted the redstone world one, and what I would normally go back out is click on multiplayer. You could click on or off of that, or you can click invite a player so people don't just join your world. Advanced, see, that's fine. Actually, I always like to turn on coordinates. We want to go back down to this. And back on general. And the name of it, I would name it like 1.21.8, 0.22, redstone, ready. I like to know what they are, so that's the reason I do it. And since it's a redstone world, it's probably not going to come with any redstone that you can mine, so you probably want to go in creative and probably peaceful is one thing. Not hardcore, because you'd never make out of the world. You live there forever, I guess. Anyway, that's all I'm going to do. We'll click on create. Create anyway. And here we go. We have a camel to start out with. And rabbits. I forgot to turn off animal spawns. Probably you'd want to do that too. In this world if you're just playing for redstone. But if we jumped over and took some redstone real quick. Rails. Just see what redstone looks like. And back. And I think that's good enough. So we got redstone dust. I think it's pretty good contrast in between the blocks and the redstone dust itself. And if we put a torch down here to light it up, looks pretty good. Torch looks good. What else did I get? Let's get a lamp. Lights up good. It's a good contrast. Now, I know with people with, if they have any kind of disabilities, have low vision or color blindness, this may not be the best, and so you could test out. Hopefully, they'll let us make custom flats, and then that way, if you needed, like, if you're red-green colorblind, maybe you could use different blocks and have that in here, like wool colors or maybe even concrete. Concrete is a nice flat, even color too that is pretty easy to distinguish between. So let's see if there's anything else I just want to really, not so much, but let's just take a look here real quick. Do a couple repeaters. We'll do a comparator. We'll test the clock here. And let's see, let's grab that. Yep, so we got our clock. I think it looks okay. And then let's get just a line of redstone here with some repeaters. And we'll throw that down here at the end. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. At least it's a good start. It gives you a basis to start out with. Anyway, guys, I've kind of went on a little longer than I planned on going with the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's something you'd like to see, a different type of video or tutorial on anything, let me know down in the comments. And as always, I do appreciate your guys' support. And you guys have a great one. Bye.